I'm pretty sure whoever's in charge of Netflix is on the Epstein list. It's Halloween, so I'm a Ninja Turtle. So earlier this year, my friend and I were at a hotel and I was in the lobby, and on the wall they had this plaque that said LGBTQ friendly. And I was like, what? It's kind of weird. What does that mean? And then I looked up at the TV, and on the TVs there was CNN and the WNBA playing. And I was like, that makes sense. But for real, I was like, what does that mean? And I went and grabbed my friend. I'm like, hey, do you see this sign? Do you know what this means? And he's like, I don't know. And then it kind of dawned on me. I was like, oh, maybe it's like pet friendly. Like you can come, but there's some rules. We got like a $50 deposit, none over 120 pounds, no collars or leashes or ball gags, and only one per room because you can be loud and you're kind of messy. I mean, I want to stay at one of those LGBTQ not friendly hotels. Like, could you imagine you're in the lobby and there's this black lady behind the desk and these two flamboyant gay guys come walking in. They're like, hey, I'd love a room. And she's like, get the out of here. And they just scurry off real quick, frightened. And then I'm just sitting there laughing. And she looks at me and she says, shut your ass, white boy. So what was the point of that story? Oh yeah, Netflix. So if you don't know, Netflix is very, alphabet friendly, but they really like to push it on the kids. It's kind of messed up. They've got their Jurassic Park episode with the cartoon with the two lesbians. And then they have that toddler show with the two gay dads.
How about you break out those moves for your two biggest fans?
And then Transformers with the non-binary transformer. Like a transformer that's a transformer. That's pretty interesting.
Nightshade's pronouns are they, them.
He or she just doesn't fit who I am. My apologies.
I know, like, every guy wishes they could make their dick bigger, like a transformer just play like, it's bigger, great, sweet, awesome. We all want that, but it's not reality. You can go get a surgery and do it, but it doesn't make your penis real. It's just a fake robotic penis you now have, but it doesn't make you more of a man. But if you cut it off, it does make you less of a man, but it doesn't make you a woman. And I didn't know Transformers were driven by sex, but apparently the whitest kids you know were correct. Who knew? Who knew? And it's not just their kid shows. I mean, even Stranger Things had that weird little gay moment at the end of season 4. But I mean, who can blame him? I mean, he got sexually assaulted by a demon monster in the Upside Down world. I'd be pretty messed up too if that happened to me. But, none of the other characters went that direction. Only that one. Interesting. But all that to be said is, there's a lot of representation in all these Netflix shows, especially for kids. But I was watching a show and I realized that for some reason that representation kind of disappeared. And for a very interesting reason. So if you don't know, Netflix came out with this show, Monsters, the Ed Gein story. And if you don't know anything about this is the serial killer that Psycho and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Silence of the Lambs is based off of, is this guy. In this show, they make him out to be this sexual fiend and he kills a bunch of people and he's a grave robber and he wears women's skin and it's all sexual driven. When in reality, he only killed 2 people, not justifying this, but he killed 2 people and he was a grave robber and he was a schizophrenic and he wore women's skin. Graphic. Because he wanted to be a woman himself. Because Ed Gein was actually a transformer. But this is where Netflix has a real tough time with representation. Because the person who directed it actually took this aspect out of the story because they did not want to put the transformer community in that kind of negative light. They have no problem teaching it to your kids, but they didn't want to show that. They didn't want to show the negative side of being a transformer. But damn it, if you don't think they're not going to shove this shit down your kids' throats and our throats, but hide when there's actually bad people who are transformers. And if you actually dive into the history of transformer ideology, you would see that it's pretty fucked up. And maybe we shouldn't be teaching our kids this, but whatever. Keep shoving it in and saying it's fine, it's diversity, when in reality, it's just sick and gross and dumb. You can't cut your penis off and become a woman. It doesn't work that way. And this is why we should cancel Netflix. Because they're all probably pedos. And they probably went to an island. Release the list. I'm tired of my Transformers being sexualized. I get it. Some people want to have sex with robots, but this isn't Japan. You can't do that yet. I mean, it's coming. I don't like it, but it's coming. I'm tired of kids shows being sexualized. I'm tired. I just want to watch Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles back in the day tried to add a lady, and it did not go well. And I'm not even saying we shouldn't add women. That was just a bad show. No, we'll cut that. I don't want my shows to just become parodies of themselves and make absolutely no sense. In 10 years, hopefully none of those things will be relevant, and we'll look back at it and go, that makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. What were we thinking? We gotta stop being crazy. So cancel your Netflix. Stop giving pedos money. They don't deserve our money. They just want to indoctrinate our children into this weird cult of sex and cutting your genitals off. And we're not gonna do it. We don't need it. It's stupid. We gotta stop. So boycott Netflix. I mean, they did bring us Cuties. That was pretty rough. That should have told us everything we needed to know years ago. And here we are. So cancel your Netflix. They're pedos and they want to make your kids Transformers. I mean, it would be cool if my kid was a Transformer, like an actual Transformer, and he could turn into a car. But that's not realistic. The world we live in is really f***ed up, and I don't see a good end in the near future. Thanks for hanging out. Like, subscribe, comment. I'll see you